Ladies and gentlemen, another gem found in beautiful pie. So, there are no shoulds in life. There are no shoulds in creation. I should eat healthy. I should live in nature. I should meditate more. I should be a nicer person. I should. And you just shit all over yourself with the shoulds. And you just give more legroom for your analytical, rational mind to further dig you deep into the hole of judging, analyzing, and placing moral judgments. The term should implies, by its very nature, that something is right and something is wrong, and that you should be a kind person, because if you're not a kind person, then something's wrong with you, right? So then should has this authoritative quality to it, and that can be very detrimental to one's well-being, the way you speak to yourself and others. So why are there no shoulds? I mean, shouldn't humans live in harmony with nature? Shouldn't they do that? Shouldn't humans be kind? Why are there no shoulds? Why are there no shoulds in creation? Because if it is, it is. If it is, then it means God allowed it to happen, which means it is perfect. So if humans are destroying the planet with their behavior, well, that's it is. It's allowed to happen. Therefore, it is. Therefore, it's part of the perfection. And perfection doesn't mean goodness. It simply means completion. It means it's part of the completeness of the game. Part of the completeness of creation is the event that is taking place at this particular time-space continuum where humans are destroying the planet. It's really part of the divine perfection. And so, no, humans should eat fruits, right? Because, we're frugivore species and our digestive systems are like that of, apes and stuff, or monkeys or whatever, who eat primarily fruits. Well, we shouldn't eat cooked foods, right? You see this everywhere. Should go raw. Shouldn't. Humans are not meant. They're not designed, right? Humans are not designed to eat meat. Humans are not designed to eat this, and that. And then you go on shitting all over yourself, basically, and blocking out aspects of creation with your judgment about what is ought to be done and what is right and what is wrong. So it comes down to there can't be a denial that there are things that are more harmonious and things that are more disharmonious, and it simply comes down to a simple observation. You could very well observe the digestive system of humans and say, well, you know what, it's the most harmonious foods, you could say, are fruits. But hey, if you want to eat meat, if you want to eat cooked foods, if you want to eat starches, I mean, that's the whole point of creation. The whole point, it's an amusement park. It is an amusement park. And so you have the right to play. Right to play. That should be like the motto of the people of the earth. Right to play. Everyone has the right to play. And you play however you want to play. And there are certain prices for certain parks, for certain rides in the amusement park. For example, if you go, I remember back in the day when I used to go to Canada at Wonderland. I don't know what the price is now, but back in the day, if you're gonna buy a one-time thing, I think it was $60. That's the price. So then the price is $60 for going in and going on the rides. So then there's price, for example, for say eating cakes and candies and all that, you have the right to play. You're not a bad person. You're not a good person for eating these foods. And the foods themselves are neither good nor bad. They're simply experiences to be had. And so, the price you would pay for, say, eating on a regular basis, eating these types of foods, processed foods, etc., the price would be discomfort in your digestive system and potentially some diseases in the future. That's the price. You see? So you pay the price. You say, okay, like, just like I would pay $60 to go into Canada Wonderland and go on the rides, then you pay that price for for those choices that you make, right? So you have the right to play. And if, let's say, you decide I'm going to be a breatharian and I'm not going to eat, well, there's also a price for that. And the price is, first of all, social price. If you notice that human beings, much of the socialization of human beings depends on food, or food is an essential part of it. So by becoming a breatharian, you're essentially cutting yourself off that. So you say, well, okay, I guess that's a price I'll pay. And then, of course, the other price you pay is the price of, the initial stages of detox and, withdrawal symptoms, etc., etc. You pay the price. You say, all right, I guess that's the experience I want to have now. And that doesn't make a breatharian better or worse, a superior or inferior being. It simply makes them a being that's having a particular experience in the amusement park. And rewards come with the choice. You eating processed food, for example, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty easy, a nice rush, very nice rush. That's your reward. You become a breatharian. Well, that's a nice rush too. You get in this state of feeding off universal subtle energy that is abundant and infinite. So there's a price, and then there's a reward. I pay $60. The reward is I enjoy myself for 6 hours, and I go on the behemoth, and it's nice and it's thrilling. It's nice. So yeah, that's really creation in a nutshell, folks. It's like there's no should. No, humans shouldn't live in nature. Humans shouldn't. There's no such thing as humans we should live in nature. We should live in harmony with nature. No, not at all. You want to live in cities, by all means. You want to build cities, by all means. Oh, but I could hear you saying in the background, oh, but it's affecting everybody and it's destroying the planet, etc., etc. It's destroying the trees and it's destroying the animals, and it's like we got to be responsible for these beings. We got to be responsible for animals, right? Well, everybody essentially on the planet chose to come here and play. So if I'm choosing to come here as an animal, then I am partaking in the experience in the amusement park, and so I very much understand the stakes at hand here. Okay? Same thing with trees, same thing with everything. So everybody is here playing in the amusement park. The trees, the animals, humans, etc., etc., etc. There really are no shoulds. There's simply things that are harmonious, things that are disharmonious. And that's completely and totally a matter-of-fact observation. No more, no less. Not a moral judgment. It is an observation. Eating a piece of fruit is more harmonious, meaning what is harmony? Harmony just means it's smooth. It flows. The energy flows smoothly, let's say, right? That's what it is. And then you eat, say, a big piece of steak, and that's let's say less harmonious than a piece of fruit. There's gonna be required more energy to pass that food through the system. It is simply an observation, folks. No more and no less. It doesn't make the person better. It doesn't make the person worse. It doesn't make the food itself better. It doesn't make the food itself worse. Now, I heard an interesting thing about animals that they do choose to come here also, and they fully understand that the planet is in kind of a rough shape, and that there is a potential for them to be killed and eaten, and so they their consciousness too, and consciousness basically agreed to play all the different parts. So when you see it from that perception, it's a little bit different. and you sort of ease up a little bit on your moral judgments and on your shoulds, right? And your shoulds. I mean, I'll tell you, before coming here to Thailand, I was kind of, full of those shoulds. Humans should do this. Humans are tropical species, Just go back a few months ago and listen to me say that. Humans are a tropical species. They should live in the tropics. They're designed to live in the tropics. Well, okay, I could use the wording differently, and I could use the presentation differently and say humans tend to be in a more harmonious state when they live in the tropics. Simple observation. Instead of saying should. All right, everybody, pack up your stuff and let's go to the tropics. It's not. There's no should. It is what it is. If it is, then it is. Then it's perfect. Then God willed it. Essentially, anything that is the will of God. So humans are living in everywhere. They're living in the North Pole. They're living everywhere on the planet. They're living in all climates. Wherever you go, there you're going to see humans. Okay, so it is. It's God's will. So it is. There's no should about it. The fact that it's happening means it is. Means it's the will of consciousness, the will of God. And so it is. Acceptance, universal acceptance. That's what the universal love is all about. That's what the unconditional love is all about. It's about universal acceptance of what is. From that point of view, you could make observations and obviously, align yourself so that the energy flows through more harmoniously. Okay? And if you want proof of how dumb the statement is that humans should live in the tropics, again, which is the idiot that I am, I was sort of all over that with the shouldness of it as opposed to the observational aspect of it. Most of the self-realized beings that grace this planet, they either go to the Himalayas, which is extremely cold and is a hostile environment for humans. So we're talking about some of the highest beings that have ever graced the planet, and they resided or currently reside or will reside in the future in the Himalayas, in one of the harshest environments for a human being to live. And there they are, the most realized beings on the planet. So you see how dumb that statement is? Because it doesn't matter, man. Once you're established in your true identity, you don't care. You don't care because you're the sun. Okay? Now the sun is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, because the sun shines on all. The sun shines on Earth, shines on all the other planets, shines on Mars and Mercury, and you name it. The sun shines on everybody. Everybody. It doesn't say, well, you, the people of Earth, are bad. You're destroying the planet. You're being all weird and killing each other. I'm not going to shine on you. I'm the sun. I'm the sun. I will only shine on good people. I will only shine on those who are living in the footsteps of the light. No, the sun doesn't give a shit. It's going to shine no matter where it is. It's going to shine on everybody, no matter what that place looks like or what that state of consciousness of the place is in. Sun just shines. And that's the same thing. Once you become that sun, you shine everywhere. Oh yeah, I'll live in the tropics, I'll shine. I'll live in the Himalayas, I'll shine. I'll eat fruits and I'll shine. I'll eat meat and I'll shine. I'll shine everywhere and so you're older, because all the shoulds by then dissolved. You've now stepped into non-dual awareness. And because you stepped into non-dual awareness, then there are no more shoulds. You're beyond the duality. You're beyond the moral judgments. And from that point, you could fulfill whatever your role in the game is. And you might very much, in that particular case, decide to rebel. Like Gandhi rebelling against the Brits. But Gandhi never hated the Brits. He never hated them. He simply saw that he's just doing his role. That he's just carrying out his dharma, his duty. Right? But with no hate. He's beyond the duality, I presume. Right? And so, he gets shot and he just says Ram. Like he's not like inquiring about who shot him or what's happening. That's it. He's ready to move on. He has no hate even for his killer. For his killers, there's no hate at all, no resentment. Just I'm here, I'm playing my role. I'm gonna rebel against the Brits. I'm gonna say, you know, this, and that, but I'm not going to hate anybody. I'm not going to resent anybody. I'm not going to should all over anybody. Right? I'm just gonna do my thing, and it's already perfect from that perspective. Everything is perfect. Essentially, everything is perfect. That's, if you could really wrap your head around that, you're in for a treat, because you'll ease up. Your mind will get emptier. You'll have more peace of mind, have less judgments, and you'll just observe things and describe them, use descriptive language as opposed to analytical language. Right? So anyway, that's the video. That's the video. So thank you to all the patrons who are supporting this channel. I love you guys, and if you would like to join the family, or if you'd like to make one-time donations via PayPal, there are links for both in the description. Anything you throw my way will be appreciated. The faster, or let's say whenever we get to the goal that we have, we can begin to throw retreats and make them really cheap, because you guys will be essentially funding it. So all the love, all the best, and I will see you guys in the next video.